Hello, my name is Orion Valencia, and this week we are starting up the music vlog again. This week is giving a brief history of the music industry. Let's get it. So we're starting with the 15th century, where music was only distributed through printing. Music printing during this time relied heavily on class, and being able to print music meant that composers could share and distribute their music to a wider geographical area. In the late 18th century, after Mozart had died, his wife commercialized his music by throwing a series of remembrance concerts and selling his printed music. Luckily for her and her new husband, they made lots of money on it. Great. So for the longest time, sheet music led the music industry until the invention of the phonograph. And for the first time ever, we could sell recorded music. During this time, recording labels started popping up. By the end of the 1880s, we had the Big Six: Universal Music Group, Warner Music Group, BMG Music, EMI, Polygram, and Sony Music. Polygram got bought out by UMG. Sony then later merged with BMG, becoming Sony BMG, and then Sony ended up buying BMG and removing BMG from their name, thus calling themselves Sony. Good job, Sony. This then left us with the Big Four. This, of course, until Universal Music got hungry and decided to eat BMI. And now we're left with the top three: Universal Music Group, Sony, and Warner Music. Everything is going great in the music industry, but everything's about to change with the rise of digital sales and online streaming. In the late 2000s, not only did digital sales become more popular than buying physical recorded copies of music, but consumers in general paid less for recorded music. This decade was especially hard for the music industry. In 1999, we saw recorded music sales at $14.6 billion. 10 years later, these sales had been cut in half and we're at $6.3 billion. In just a decade, recorded music sales are dropping faster than we've ever seen. And it's because of the rise of digital downloads and online streaming. Of course, the music industry put up a fight and ended up winning lawsuits against Napster and had them shut down. Now, this sounds drastic for anybody that wants to get into the music industry, but let's have faith. Let's think of it this way. After 2010, we now have streaming services offering such a wide library of music at the tips of their fingertips. I'm really glad for streaming services such as Pandora and Deezer and Spotify, Apple Music. What's another one? Does Google have one? Google has Google Play, you can buy music. Now, the thing with these streaming services is artists are not getting paid what they used to. Streaming services are offering, like $0.006 per stream. So if you get like 1,000 streams, then you're making like $6, basically. It definitely does not equate to what the music industry is used to seeing for their recording artists. In fact, the biggest streams of revenue right now for recording artists are merchandising and for live shows. Some people might complain about this, that we should go back to the ways that it was so that we could sell recorded music, but I think it is incredible that listeners have basically all the music that they can imagine. It's easier than ever for artists to release their music. In fact, it's easier than ever for artists to produce their music, with bedroom studios becoming more and more popular. And thanks to social media, it's even easier than ever for artists to promote themselves. Music has become more available not only to listeners, but also for artists and producers. We are at a pivotal moment in our society for accessibility and artists to really create the way that they want to. The biggest concern is them being able to make money because we're not making money like we used to. I personally don't think there's anything to worry about because we have live shows, we have merchandising, and who knows what the next technological leap is going to happen. Anyways, I hope you have liked this brief history of the music industry. If you hope to see more about this topic and want to learn more about the music business, feel free to like and subscribe. Next week, we are looking at record deals and record labels. So I'm really excited to learn more about this topic, and I hope you guys are having fun too. I am done talking for this vlog. I love you all. Thanks for coming. Good night.